We're excited, as I said, down in Orlando, very, very excited to be in a Champs Sports Bowl. It's going to be a heck of a game. We have a real tough opponent in NC State. We've had two common opponents. We beat Cincinnati, and they beat them. We beat Maryland. They barely lost to Maryland. But they've beaten a very fine Florida State team. They put a lot of points on a very fine Georgia Tech team, and then they've had certainly a heck of a year. We'll get the players more in tune after finals with the film and whatnot the week we're here, beginning Sunday the 19th. We plan to depart on the 23rd and arrive down there in Orlando the 23rd. And then we'll tell you more about that when we get down to what we're doing. So that being said, I had a good visit with Tommy O'Brien. Tom O'Brien and I go way back. He's a heck of a football coach. You all remember him from his Boston College days. I remember him from his University of Virginia days and his Naval Academy days. And he's just a heck of a coach and a real good friend. So we look forward to a great time. Any questions, please?
Coach, is there anybody that probably won't be able to play in the tournament?
Mickey asked if there had been anyone not able to play. At this time, I hope not. I hope everyone's able academically. We had two last year. I have met with some guys that I thought needed a little jump start from the head football coach, and I met with them. They and their position coach and I met last week before we went on the road. So I don't see, it's up to the guy. It's a stretch run. It's final week, and then we'll go from there. But we sure hope we have a full boat.
How about injuries?
Injuries, I feel very blessed. Brandon Hogan is still don't know yet. We're going to wait and see. Chris Neal got some work today in team. We kept him out of the intense one-on-one versus the offense simply because his hamstring. I don't want to injure that in any way. A week from today, he'll be better. And then a week from that, he'll be even better with that. So, well, the corners today, will be certainly Patrick Miller, Broderick Jenkins, Brantoine Bowser can go and play. We can still run our SWAT and 40 team. Hope Brandon can go. If anyone can do it, Brandon Hogan can do it. So we'll see. I just don't know right now. A knee. On a punt return, he got hit. Two guys hit him low, sandwiched his knee.
Has it been diagnosed?
I don't know. You have to talk to Dave Kearns. I've kind of it's a wait and see right now. It's called management of people, management of attitude, and it's a mental discipline, Bob, that young people have to be told what the plan is, how to buy into the plan, how to execute the plan, and with faith in the plan, follow through and go from there. For instance, I could have had a practice Friday night. Didn't want to. Saturday today, we got everything accomplished, even more so, and the coaches were very excited, as are the players. If you saw the competition today, that's why I wanted you all to see that, see how intense we practice and how things are done. The crucial part is don't grind them. Don't just flat grind youngsters. You don't need to do that. I've been on staffs that we did that, and the bowls did not turn out very well. We practiced very fast. We practiced very physical, and we let them have some fun once we get to the bowl site, after we do our work. But we don't grind. I'm not a guy that grinds and just, now we get everything done we need done, and it's real simple. If I think they need to stay out longer, I'll keep them. If I think they need a reward where they've done really well like today, and you cut a 30-second period off here or a minute off of that practice or that period, that's what we do. Our guys appreciate it. They know it. It's the third year with me. They've come to understand it, and they like the way we practice, as do our coaches. Yeah, I've never been in the horse track business or horse racing business, but I would assume it's much like that. When do you peak? It's like starting in preseason. That first scrimmage, if we looked like we were coming out of the gates, at the best team in the country, then I would worry, because how much would you improve? We have had great success here in the bowls I've been the head coach, and a couple right up until that time. There was a time we didn't. There was a time West Virginia didn't do very well in bowls. I think there's a lot of factors go into that, and if I let that all out, then people may be doing that and beating us.
Who's the best you ever worked for at closing in November?
As a coach,
Yeah.
wow, that's a tough question. You know, I've been on staffs that we've done very, very well. I've just been blessed to be with a lot of great head coaches, and if I mentioned any, I'd have to mention them all. But
What's the ingredient of the guy you work for?
how'd Fisher DeBerry at Air Force go to Hawaii? Check that out. You want to do something this weekend? Check and see the Air Force Academy's record against Hawaii compared to other in the 48 continuous states. Check that out. There's a way to get ready for a bowl, and there's a way not to get ready for a bowl. And I don't want to be mysterious, but it's just something that I've gotten over the years. And if you keep the grinding element out, keep it fast-paced, keep everybody high and up. Even though there was some low hitting today, it kind of frustrated me a little bit. I want them to stay high. They're just teams that have done very, very well as closers. I think West Virginia has done very, very well as closers, particularly, I mean, these last few years. The record speaks for itself, you know. Well, they're a little bit different than Boston College because of Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's thrown the ball, look at now, 500, 500 times, 291 completions, 14 interceptions, and 26 touchdowns. This guy is a player. Russell Wilson is very, very talented. They have put up 4,880 yards compared to 4,000. They're almost, well, they're 800 plus yards above their opponents. That's a lot of yards. Okay, think of that. They've had 925 plays to 775 plays. That's a lot of plays difference. 150 plays difference. They've had the ball 32 minutes just about compared to just under 28, about 28. Their third down percentage is 44%, which is pretty darn good. Ours is real good. Check our third down. But they've only given up 32% success to their opponents. This is going to be a whale of a football opponent we're playing. It's going to be a heck of a game. It is of the highest magnitude you can imagine for simply one reason. You get better honing your skills and doing your skills when you do them, you participate. And what it is we're going to have almost a spring ball. We get 15 practices in the spring. Counting the game down there, again, I'm not going to grind them and bring them on a Friday night and then get them out Saturday morning before a 24-hour recovery period. We're going to get 10 good practices, with the 10th being the bowl. That's pretty special. So what we're getting, now you're going to print this, I want the players to get this. It's like an extra spring ball. It's an extra spring practice. Going to bowls is a great advantage to those that get to do it, particularly those that do it year in and year out like the Mountaineers. I hope so, Bob. If you didn't hear that in the back, Bob asked for the time off help Noel. Noel's, he's been nicked up, dinged up. You've all seen that. We had to change our attack after the UConn game. I went in and changed some things offensively. Let's hope he heals a little bit, like a Chris Neal, like whomever, with a nick here and a nick there. There's more than just Noel's been playing nicked up. You bet. Remember the UConn game when I told you we may run our quarterback more? We did. And then the last 4 games we ran him a lot with the option. I thought he did a great job. Tavon's run the other day would have not been successful had Gino not been kind of mesmerizing those ends and backers. They were running a little exchange stunt on us. He was kind of pulling, all of a sudden, bang, he caught the linebacker's eyes. He gave it, going. That has just made us such a much better football team, his ability to run. But not only the ability to run, Drew, which is a great question. I'm glad you asked that. It's his decision-making ability. He's so much more confident now running the option. The quarterback draws. We swing number 7 out there, somebody better cover him, right? Louisville, wheel route down the boundary. Pitt, flare pass down the sideline. Well, they better cover him, and if they do, maybe you'll see a quarterback draw, maybe you won't. Well, it's very rewarding and very meaningful because that should be our goal here every year. You know, I don't think it's bold. I just think it's a realistic goal. You know, we're 28-11. If we win this one, if we're lucky enough to win it, we'll be 29-11. That's 3 pretty good years. We've done okay in bowls. We've finished strong basically every year. I should want to get the Big East title. The staff wants to get the Big East title. Most importantly, our players want the Big East title. That should be our goal every year. I think those are realistic goals. We've had seven double-digit wins in the history of West Virginia football. And our goal is to be the 8th. Not one bit. I mean, the kids are kids and guys are guys. And, you know, I was asked that question. I've not seen any – I've not had to play any mind sight games. We're going to get a chance to get down to Orlando, play a heck of an opponent, and we have a chance again to be the 8th team in the history of West Virginia football to have 10 wins or more. We were Big East champs. Our graduation rate is 90%. We never had a top 25 recruiting class till I became the head football coach at West Virginia University. We were 24th 2 years ago, 19th last year. I don't know what else to say. I don't have an agent, and I'm not going to rent a billboard out here on the Mile Ground and put all those stats up. That's what friends like you should be doing for me. Well, you know, I'm prejudiced towards my guys, and I think, you know, they vote how they vote. And we won 9 games. We're Big East champs, and as a team, I'm real proud of them. So I talk to these guys all the time about team rights superseding individual rights, and they've all bought into a man, and it's just been great.
That's really what happened to the defense, don't you think?
Yeah, our guys, our defense has just been a real joy to watch gel. What makes a 96 defense? What makes an 07 defense? What makes a 2010 defense? One word: chemistry. All about chemistry. Resiliency didn't surprise me. It just pleased me. Because when you have young people in this IT world we're in right now, and everybody has a suggestion, an opinion, an answer, and there's distractions everywhere, I had hoped through the senior and junior leadership of this football team we'd be okay, and that has not surprised me. It just excites me that we hung in there, we made a stretch run, and the guys finished on a very, very high note. And you know, defense did very well, and our offense averaged over 30 points a game in the last 4 games. And you know, if I'd have been maybe more selfish, I could have got a couple more points in a couple more games. But I did what I did, and I stand by it. I think our football team, you know, I don't like to place blame because I do that behind closed doors when I talk to youngsters. But when you get 415-plus yards and your opponent has 2 whatever, and you're on the road in a Big East battle, and you turn the ball over 7 times and lose 4 with 7 fumbles and 4 fumbles lost, that's a tough thing to overcome. And I was not pleased with the defense as well. They let them out, backed up. I've said that publicly. We didn't finish that day, and from that moment on we began to finish, and it got to be a pretty exciting football family that the guys, listened to what we told them. Again, they followed the plan, and they had faith in the plan, and they executed the plan. And things have a way of working out for teams that do kind of what you ask them to do. I want to see how good this game's going, and I don't know how to answer that right now because I'd be giving up our game plan. Our defense will have these guys ready no matter whom. Hopefully it'll be Brandon Hogan. If there's anybody can play, 22 will play. If he can't play, then we'll just have to, pick up the saber and march on and continue to be the defense that we think we can be and that we know we are. So I don't want to put a lot of pressure on any of these young men that it's not like they have to be Superman. Just go play your position the best you can and go from there.